Test Day, A Mooloo's Tale. The Mooloos that night could not sleep, but still they were quiet and made not a peep. They were afraid and full of fear. They could have even cried and shed a tear. It had all started a few days before, when the teacher announced as they went out the door that coming up there would be a test. It was important for them to do their very best. Oh, everyone was talking about this coming exam, and everyone was afraid, even tough guy Sam. Afraid the test would be a humgumpers, filled with questions that were real stumpers. And so, that night as they slept and feared, before their eyes a test monster appeared. Oh, he was terrible. Oh, he was mean. He was the scariest monster they had ever seen. He was big like a wrestler, with skin like leather, but made of old test papers twisted together. And on the paper were millions of test questions, writing true, false, and multiple deceptions. His claws were pencils that had broken apart when a test made a student not feel so smart. He charged like a lion, demanding answers quick. He yelled, "You're running out of time with every tick." He chased those Mooloos in their dreams until they woke up the whole house with their screams. The next morning was Saturday. Games they would play and try to forget the coming test-taking day. But they were so worried, they had aches and pains. This test was overloading their Mooloo's brains. They yelled to Grandpa, "Our tummies are flipping. It looks as though our ears are slipping. Our knees are broken. Our hips are out of whack. We think we're having a liver attack." "Goodness sakes, little Mooloos, you're falling apart," Grandpa said as he sat up with a start. "What brought this on? You see, I am inclined to think not your body, but something in your mind." Then the Mooloos talked of their horrible nightmare and of the coming test and how bad they might fare. It would be too hard. Their brains would freeze. They were now begging Grandpa on their knees. "We're too sick to go to school and take that test. Why, in our condition, we could never do our best." Grandpa whispered with a terrible chill, "I think I know why you're so terribly ill. You're being haunted and under the spell of a monster that doesn't want you to test very well. Oh, he is an evil and cunning specter. Why, he's none other than Count Von Tester. Racing hearts, sweaty palms, cloudy minds. Oh, it's Van Tester. You have all the signs. That test monster is on the attack, trying to throw your test scores out of whack. Oh, he makes you shaky and all stressed, so you can't do your very best." The Mooloos yelled and pointed at the wall. They saw old Tester's shadow moving down the hall. "What's to do, Grandpa? What's to be done? This spell of testers is no fun. We want to do well on this test. We want to do our very best." "Well," said Grandpa, scratching his chin, Let me see where to begin. First, the right attitude you need to find, because old Van Tester really lives in your mind. So when you think of a test or exam, don't think you're in some sort of terrible jam. You see, a test is really just a game. A test and a game are very much the same. A game has challenges that must be won, and that is exactly how a test must be done. The challenge on a test is each question, so you must attack with knowledge and aggression. There are other things that you can do, let me say, to win this test game that you must play. First, practice your reading nightly. That will keep your brain thinking mightily. In the night before the test, have an early bedtime, so when you take your test, you're really in your prime. And eat a good breakfast, so you feed your brain, so you won't suffer an energy brain drain. These things can put Von Tester on the run, so your game of test-taking might even be fun. So the Mooloos did what Grandpa said. Still, Von Tester filled them with dread. He tried to haunt their dreams with doubt. He tried to make them all stressed out. But the Mulus focused on what they needed to know, and that helped their confidence grow and grow until it was time, the very hour. But still Von Tester tried to make it sour. The Mulus' stomachs felt flippery-dippery, and their hands were just a little slippery. So as the test was being passed out, the Mulus took a moment to get rid of any doubt. They closed their eyes, breathed in real deep, and imagined turning the tables on Van Tester the creep. They smiled in their minds and took that test and knew they were doing their very best. So when it's time for you to be tested, always remember to be well rested and eat a good breakfast full of nutrition so you can achieve your every ambition. And should old Von Tester start attacking, take some deep breaths to send him packing. And read daily so your mind is fast. And remember, a test is a game, so have a blast.